to the Dan Wheeler Show featuring Kaz. I know what you're thinking. Dan, have you gone cowboy? The answer's yes. Anyone watch Yellowstone? Yellowstone? Rip? You see the similarities? No? Okay, let's get going.
Based on your life. I mean, this is things...
Yeah, but, I mean...
Just realised I can't hear anything. I need to put my other hat on. Hold on. Right, now we can go.
Sleep, Graham.
No, but things like, isn't the washing machine, that happened to you?
What?
The washing, you were very hungover.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell Jodie Foster that story.
All their stories are really cool, though, Graham. When I was teaching, which is what this
I didn't do the intro. This is Graham Norton's Best Bits Part 2.
show is based on, I went home one weekend, and I was in my 30s. I was probably 33 years of age. I went home to see my mother.
I love Greg.
And then I went back, and while I was at home, my mother did my washing for me, because I was only 33. And then I went back, and on the Sunday night, I got really drunk, and then I went for a curry.
Oh, no.
And then the next day, I went into school. I went into school, and it was a school in Slough, and it was quite a rough school, but they had a really brilliant hearing-impaired department, so there were hearing-impaired kids who, you know, struggled. They were really looked after in the school. Anyway, I was really hungover. I went there, and about break time, I felt really uncomfortable. I thought, something's not right, you know?
We've all
So
been
I went
there.
to the toilet, and I pulled my trousers down, and some of my mother's knickers had got mixed up in the wash she'd done. And I was wearing my mother's underwear.
Oh, my God.
I went, oh, God, no. Oh, I remember going, oh, you loser. This is such a low point, you fucking loser. And then the curry and the booze kicked in from the night before. So I did like a fecal Jackson Pollock. And I started going, oh, God, not this as well. Oh, Jesus. So I cleaned myself up and I pulled my mother's pants back up. And I went back into the classroom and I saw one of the hearing-impaired kids just looking at me like this. And that's when I remembered that I had a microphone directly...
Very good, Greg. Very good.
A lot of young actors, they revere
Very
you,
good.
so they look to you. But the other thing you inspire is impressions, people doing impressions. Now, when people do impressions of you, is it like sort of nails on a chalkboard, or do you kind of enjoy it?
No, I kind of enjoy it, especially if they...
Is he the best actor in the world? Is he? It's got to be. There's a debate that we have in the household. I'm a huge Tom Hanks fan. I think he's the greatest actor ever to have lived. But then you've got De Niro, then you've got Pacino, then you've got Denzel, then you've got Russell Crowe is phenomenal. Well, let me know what you think in the comments.
Well. So, no, it's great. I love it.
I only ask. No, because any Hiddlestoners watching will know, Tom Hiddleston does impressions. You do impressions of lots of people. So who's in your canon?
It's a expression of admiration, just to be clear. So I do impressions of people that I admire, and I sort of listen to them. The first time I did an impression that anyone was aware of, I was just telling a story about Midnight in Paris, the Woody Allen film I was in, and how I'd never read the whole script, and I thought it was set in the 20s. And I turned up and I bumped into Owen Wilson, who didn't look like he was in the 20s at all. And I said to him, so wait, hang on, who are you playing? Because I'm playing F. Scott Fitzgerald, and I know Corey Stoll's playing Ernest Hemingway, and we're all playing figures of history. And he went, oh, no. I'm from now. I go back in time.
Very good.
There's a time machine, and it's kind of cool, and it's kind of woody, and you just kind of, it's kind of awesome.
Very good.
Very good.
I've been made to do impressions of my fellow Avengers. I think everyone does an impression of Christopher Walken because he's such an easy kind of... You know, I feel like what this show needs is more cowbell. It depends on what you like me to say. Basically, there's no punctuation. Anything that comes out of my mouth. I like that.
It's not bad, is it?
I know whole pages of heat.
You surprised me.
So I
Imagine doing an impression of Robert De Niro in front of Robert De Niro. I mean, wow.
there's a scene in the middle of the film which you'll be familiar with. You were there.
The one person you don't need to explain it to.
So look, he remembers.
You're very good in this.
He remembers. Yeah. There's a scene in the middle of the film which is because Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. Sorry about this. They're
I'm sorry, Bobby. They're on Bob name terms, are they?
separated like a great thriller. They're separated for the entire film, and they meet twice, once at the end and once in the middle. And it takes place at a restaurant in LA. It's a great scene. It's one of the great pieces of screen acting you can hope to watch. There it is.
What a film. What a film.
It's like it's a mutual recognition of each other. Anyway, so there's a bit where they sit and have coffee and have tea and talk about stuff. I'm going on, I apologize. Anyway, so Al Pacino, at one point, Al Pacino says this. He goes, so...
One word.
We're sitting here like a couple of regular fellas. I mean, you do what you do, I do what I gotta do. If I'm there and I gotta put you away, I won't like it. But if it's between you and some poor bastard whose wife you're gonna turn into a widow, brother, you are going down. And then Michael Mann cuts back to the esteemed gentleman at the end of the sofa.
I didn't have to say a word.
What if you do got me boxed in? You got me boxed in. I'm not gonna put you down. We've been face to face. Yeah. But I will not hesitate. Not for a second. That's my...
Very, very, very good.
This is so meta. I feel like I've gone into a parallel universe where
You're playing all these parts.
Yes, I apologize.
No, that's great.
Yeah, I did an impression of Ken Branagh.
That was my favorite scene in the
Was it
movie.
your favorite scene?
Yeah.
It's a
Still.
great...
Yeah. No, but my favorite scene that was written before, not because of doing it, but my favorite scene written in the film.
Yeah.
You know, that
It's a great piece of writing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it feels like it plays in two singles in a way. Like
Yeah,
it just,
yeah,
and
yeah.
And it's like the most beautiful game of tennis.
Did you each do lots of takes? Did you do lots of
I
takes?
forget how many takes we did. I don't think we did more than 5 to 8 or 9 at the most. Maybe less.
And you talk about your dreams and you talk about your life. It's so great. It's so great. There's that bit, another bit where you go.
Enough, Tom, enough.
You know, he says, Pacino says, so you never wanted a regular type life. and Bob, may I call you Bob?
Yeah.
Bob says, what's that? Barbecues and ball games? Yeah.
Guys, that was part 2 of Graham Norton's funniest moments, and I have to admit that one was my favourite so far. Guys, stay tuned. Part 3 is coming up tomorrow. Don't forget to give us a cheeky like and a subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one, you little cheeky legend.